Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mystic Rose, and I'm so glad that you're here today. So today I got a download for y'all. It was very, very interesting. So if you've ever been called weird or odd, or you just kind of feel like people might judge you or kind of think that you're crazy or out there, this is for you 100%. So Spirit was showing me actually at first I got an image in my mind's eye of two dragons side by side, and then the dragons actually merged into one dragon with two heads. And I'm going to get into that symbology in a little bit, but it was very powerful and very interesting. And the dragons were like blue and green and kind of shimmery. It was really pretty. And they were powerful, but they weren't mean looking dragons or anything like that. Like they were like majestic looking. And then I got the numbers, angel numbers 911 came through, 999 and 917. So also I'll get into those a little bit later. But yeah. Now, I just gotta say that before we dive in, like, you just know that you probably heard this by now, that you were never meant to fit in here. You probably know that. But let me just say it again, like, you were never really meant to fit in here. And I think at a soul level, you know that, right? Because Spirit just said you were never meant to fit in, and you were meant to wake up. You were one of the ones that like forgot to drink from the river of forgetfulness before your soul arrived here. So like, that's what I just was shown. Like you literally like forgot or didn't drink from the river of forgetfulness. So like, you can remember things from past lives, and you're that kind of person where like, people may say you are weird because of the things that you do naturally that are so awesome, but other people can't really understand it. Like, for instance, you could pick up a hobby that you've never done in this lifetime, but you just sit down and you just start doing something and you're awesome at it. Like for an example, for one year when I turned a certain age, I'm not going to say it, but don't want to give my age away. But on one of my birthdays, I sat down and I just started playing piano like I had always played it my whole life. And I had never had any piano lessons or anything like that. I kept having these dreams that I could play piano, though, like Liberace or something like that. But like, in real life, it was like, Mary had a little lamb and stuff like that. But like, I feel like as a gift on that particular birthday, I sat down and I could play piano, and I like wowed myself in so many ways. And there were people in the house at that time too that were like, what, did that just come from you? Are you really playing piano right now? And I was like, yeah. It was awesome. So that's what Spirit is showing me, is like your awesomeness. That sometimes people are perplexed by it, and so they label you as weird because they don't understand you. You're wildly gifted. Okay, you're wildly magic. And so, yeah, it's like, that kind of looks like weirdness to some people, But that's your superpower showing. So this reading is for the chosen ones. This is for the black sheep. This is for the starseed misfits. And this is for those who maybe would consider themselves people who are unique, because your energy is unlike anyone else's, like, period. Bottom line, it just is what it is. And you've probably always felt like this your whole life, like, kind of just felt like you didn't fit in. But like Spirit said, you were never meant to fit in quite like that, okay? You were always meant to stand out. So now, let's dive into the two-headed dragon, because when I first closed my eyes, I saw, like I said, two dragons standing side by side, and then all of a sudden it merged into one body, two heads. But like I said, like the dragons did not look mean. They looked very, I would say like magical. They were side by side, just like glowing, like blue, a little bit of gold shimmer, almost like with the blue and the green merging with like a little bit of violet. It was so beautiful. So coming into oneness like that, I asked Spirit, I said, why are these two dragons becoming one? And yet there's still two heads. And Spirit was showing me that, or let me know that it represented your human self, okay? Learning, growing, maybe even doubting yourself along the way. And the other represents your divine self, okay? The part of you that is wise, you know so much from like previous lifetimes, your higher self, you're fearless, you're timeless. And then they merge like that, okay? They merge. And it formed the two-headed dragon. One body, two perspectives. And that is how you are, okay? So you're integrating your shadow and your light too, because it can represent like a dichotomy in a way, like, you know, two different energies. So you're integrating your shadow and your light, and you're walking as your higher self in the physical world. And so people can sense that power, but at the same time they're like, what is this? Because you don't seem like the rest of us. Okay, you're like the black sheep that stands out with all the herd of like the white sheep. But, you know, you can pick up on people's energies like this. You can feel what people just don't even say. Okay? And you have worked on yourself. Spirit's saying like you have worked on this because you've done like the self-mastery and stuff like that. And so you could see like a lot of like repeating numbers everywhere. You may really, really pick up a lot of information from dreams too. You could have very like clear cognizant dreams, or like you just get this knowing or this download in your dreams. Could be in your waking life too when you're awake. But, you know, the things that you pick up on, it's not craziness. It's clear cognizance. It's a clear knowing. There's things you just know. You are given the information. You pick it up. Like I said, you can sense when somebody is like deceiving you. You can sense when also somebody's authentic or coming from a good place. You may also, yeah, some people might say you're a black sheep because you stand out. Here's the other thing about that black sheep though. It can be sometimes, I want to say like, you're not really a black sheep. It's kind of like a white flame. Think of it more like a white flame that stands out. Because, yeah, I mean, black sheep almost sounds like something negative, and I don't want it to be like a negative connotation. So instead of like a black sheep, you can think of it as like a white light, a bright light white that stands out. But, you know, you can get drained when you go into like a crowd of people. You can get drained, like your energy can get drained very, very quickly, or like you could like be in a crowded place, go home and just feel like totally wiped out. It's like you can't tolerate fake people. I can definitely like relate to that. I can't stand fake people. I'd rather somebody like be like brutally honest than fake. And you're somebody too that like you may really enjoy your silence because it gives you that time to, you know, check in with your higher self. And yeah, some people like may think that you're a little bit weird because, you know, maybe you like to self-isolate or whatever, or like, you know, you don't want to be out on the party scene and stuff like that. Like you'd rather, maybe you're kind of introverted. But you just can't tolerate a lot of like BS. So maybe sometimes you're more like introverted and you stay at home or whatever. Plus the way that like you're, I don't know, like the things that you can, the things that you say, you might have to like watch your words, Spirit is telling me, because when you're around other people, you may have to kind of watch your words, because the things you say, like you can spook people with like some of the things that you say. Like your intuition is usually pretty right. But yeah, you're the type of person that like you can manifest coincidences. Others may think that you're manifesting miracles. Okay, like you think of someone, they text, or you get exactly what you need at the exact moment when you need it. Okay, you have overcome so much. Spirit saying like you've overcome so much, and you have like a dragon's resilience. And I think that's why Spirit was showing me the dragons, because you have the dragon's resilience about you. Okay. People, I want to say like people kind of envy your peace, the peace that you carry within yourself. You have kind of like mastered that art of being still, and you're not in a rush. It's like because you've been through like betrayal in the past, you've been through people rejecting you or people thinking you are weird or crazy or out there. But you have like risen above a lot of BS. That's what I'm sensing, is like you've been through a lot, so like you've risen above a lot of BS, and like you came out clean on the other side. And like with that 911 energy, it's like when chaos hits, your angels rush into your sides just like whoosh, like they're there for you, and you have divine protection. So definitely claim that in the comment section. But like that's why the number 911 was coming through. Also, I heard you're needed right now. So like your energy is needed on this planet right now, and that's why you had the 911 number coming through for you too. Okay, now the 917 is for your purpose, and your timeline is being activated. 999 is you're graduating old lessons, okay? Because you think about it like in numerology, 9 is like, you know, closing up old cycles. 10 is like, you know, closing them up for good. But like 9 is like, you know, coming close to like closing cycles. And so like you're graduating old lessons. And then 911 is like you are needed right now. And Spirit is saying like people are going to see what you have kind of always known yourself, that like your difference is your destiny. What makes you so unique and sets you apart and makes you seem weird is actually a superpower. Okay. So yeah, so Spirit was telling me that like, and I don't know why, Spirit just showed me like, I just saw a flash of an image of a turtle. Okay, and then I heard slow down. So like, I don't know what that means. For somebody, maybe if you're in a hurry for something to happen, like I heard like slow down, or like allow things to happen in divine timing. But yeah, or like just kind of allow things to like move at the pace in which they will naturally unfold for you, and just like breathe. That's what I heard, because I literally saw an image of like, it looked like a sea turtle. It was so beautiful. Anyways, Spirit's saying that like what other people might call weird or strange about you, it's actually like you, like I said, it's like your superpower. You have quite an imagination, but what's unique about your imagination too is that it's not really imagination. It's like it's a multi-dimensional or a multi-dimensional memory, like a multi-dimensional memory bank. And that's your imagination. So you can see into other dimensions. So when you're like daydreaming, or when you're having like very, very vivid, interesting dreams, you're astro traveling, or you're seeing into different dimensions, and you are actually like during the day when you're doing this, you could very well be doing like quantum manifesting. Okay? Quantum manifesting. So Yeah. So never dim your light for anybody because it's just not worth it. So if this is resonating with you and you already know that you are part of this collective of the two-headed dragon tribe, definitely subscribe and join this awesome tribe. But yeah, this is an amazing tribe of souls. Y'all are awesome. So never feel like you have to dim your light for anyone or like hide your weirdness, because it's definitely welcome here. And it's like the world needs you. The whole world needs you, needs your light. So definitely don't be afraid to shine your beautiful light in this world, okay? You are mystical and you're human. You're both. You're a teacher and a student. You're both. You're a warrior and you're a healer. You are both, okay? So that's why I was seeing the two-headed dragon. It's like you have a dichotomy. You're not just one thing, okay? You can't just be labeled as one thing. Like, oh, you are, you are a starseed. Because it's not like that simple. There's so many layers to you, Spirit is saying. And, I'm saying like an onion with all the layers being peeled back. And it's like, you're a beautiful onion. Okay? So embrace your beautiful onion nature where you have many, many layers. And you just peel them back and it's like, you'll see all of the beautiful layers that you have. You're not just one thing. Okay? So hopefully you're feeling that spark in your soul. This is the spark that I'm talking about. You have a spark inside of your soul because it's like you were born with that, okay? And it's a divine gift. And you also you came here to help other people who were being labeled as weird to wake up and to realize they've forgotten their magic, okay? And you're not actually a bit weird. The truth is that you're really gifted, and it's whatever looks like weirdness to the world, it's just your superpower being shown. But like you're a living portal. I was definitely getting that. Like you're a living portal, and you just can, you shift energies and timelines by walking through a room. And I know that might sound weird, but it's like people's energy can like ripple, like ripples in a water. It kind of like goes as you walk through a room, you can send out ripples. Okay. That, that butterfly effect where like everything changes everything else, like a domino effect, like that. But your energy, you're making a difference here. So yeah, celebrate yourself. So keep being unapologetically weird, because you got to nurture this weirdness and embrace it and celebrate it. And, you may be like a creative type of person. You're definitely intuitive and you have a great sense of humor, Spirit is telling me. So, I wanted to say too that I'm going to be getting into some tarot, but yeah, definitely know that like I feel like I'm getting so many downloads all at once, but like your weirdness is, for some people, they know what you are like right away. And I think that it can trigger people to the point where like what Spirit was showing me is like they will scrutinize your every little thing about you. The reason that they're doing this is because they know that they can't come anywhere close to being you. And so instead they'll just label you as weird or whatever, because they can't be like you. They'll never come close to it. And so they get triggered by your awesomeness. Okay, so that's what I was getting. So let's get into some tarot. Yeah. And also something about like people cannot hide their nastiness in your presence, and that irritates them. Oh boy, they can't hide their nastiness. Their horns come out around you. Oh boy. Oh wow. Okay. We also have the Ten of Cups, which is for the utmost amount of love, divine love, happiness, fulfillment, emotional stability, domestic joy, harmony. All right, so we have this. Let's get one more. Then we have possessiveness. We have Five of Pentacles. Possessiveness. Oh, no, it's not. It's the Four of Pentacles. It's possessiveness, insecurity, frugality, saving money. It's almost like that feeling of like holding your feelings, you know, to yourself as well. Okay. So being guarded. It can also be for like, almost like people thinking that you don't give a crap. Okay. That's interesting. And maybe you don't, especially if these people have judged you or misjudged you. Maybe you're just like, I don't give a crap. And so maybe from what Spirit is showing me is that people can't read you. That's what I'm being told, is that you're so highly evolved that you're almost like in a league of your own. But it's not like you're trying to be better than anybody else, but like you're very hard to read. Okay? And it's like you're very happy. You seem carefree, right? You seem so carefree. And you seem truly, truly happy that people wish that they could read you better, or they wish they could pick your brain or get inside of your head somehow. And that really irritates people because they can't figure out how you're feeling. And if they try to like read your energy through tarot cards or divination or anything like that, it's like Spirit is showing me they're blocked. I'm seeing like bricks, like a brick wall. They are blocked from that. Like nobody can read into your energy unless you allow them to. Okay. Yeah. You can also, speaking of that, like Spirit just told me that like you can dip into the Akashic records when and if you ever want to. This is one of your gifts. This is one of your weird gifts. You have many gifts. Some are untapped. I just heard like some are untapped. But yeah, you could have actually been born into a family that like wanted you to shrink in some cases. Whoever I'm talking to, there's somebody out there. Your family members wanted you to shrink or like dim your light because you might have been born into a family where people were not as spiritual as you. Okay. Or like, okay, I had a coughing fit when I was trying to get those words out, so yeah. But it's all good. But Spirit was telling me that like somebody out there, and somebody doesn't want me to get this message out to you, but I'm going to say it anyway, that your family did not want you to expose their shadows. And that's really what happened. So sometimes when people don't understand you, it's because they fear your light. They also think that your light is going to expose their shadows, and they can't handle your truth frequency. That's what Spirit was telling me. Okay? Now, I wanted to get some more of these cards, but okay. We have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, truth be told, you're quite talented, and you may have a lot of opportunities presented to you because of this, because of your talents, your natural born talents. And this could spark a lot of jealousy in a lot of people. For one thing, Spirit is telling me that your talents are, not only can you go into the Akashic records and, you know, you can get information about the past, present, or possible futures, which can scare people. Also, you're not afraid to go down the rabbit hole. Okay? Spirit is saying you're not afraid to go down the rabbit hole, and you've done it time and time again. And also, not only that, but like, there's something about the way that you vibe. You're so high vibing all the time that people are like wondering, like, how can you be so happy all the time? Or like, you're so, it's like you're set free. Like, I'm seeing like an uncaged bird. You're an uncaged bird. You're free. And people, I don't know, like, people can't hold you in. They can't hold you back. And so when you do things differently, you're going against the herd mentality, or you're going against, you know, the flow. People might judge you or whatever, and you're standing out. But you're very talented. We were born this way. It was a gift you were born with, okay? And it was actually something that you've had for many, many lifetimes. It's part of that soul spark that we talked about before. And you do what makes you happy. And sometimes that can unnerve people. Sometimes people may criticize you, okay? It can actually bring rage to people. Spirit just said to me that some people get enraged. They're so angry, they're so mad because, they're not happy like that. Like, they try to hold you down. And it's like, okay, yeah, you can try, but you're not gonna ruin my day. You're not gonna steal my peace. Like, nope. But yeah, because miracles happen for you all the time. And that can irritate people too. You may get a lot of interesting proposals or deals or collaborations or like successes that a lot of other people only wish or dream they could have. Yeah, and you're always divinely guided. So you're saying too, like, you're always divinely guided every step of the way on your path, on your journey. And so, yeah. And then I'm like smiling to myself because I'm like, yeah. And then people think that they can push your buttons, or they think that they can aggravate you, or like whatever, but it's like they can't. And they also can't they can't hold you back. They can't irritate you. And you seem so happy and like unbothered or unfazed. So good for you. But yeah, you're spiritually awakened. Some people might seem that you have it easy, or like you've always had an easy life. But yeah, there's people that wish they could be just like you. It's like, and I think that's why sometimes people get so upset. So you're somebody who doesn't follow trends. You're not a trend follower. You're more likely to be like a trendsetter. Or maybe you just don't even care about trends. Six of Wands. People like you. Some people think that you could have a big ego. I'm not going to lie. That's what this card can be for. But also, people want to give you a lot of compliments. You may actually get treated pretty well from a lot of people. They could give you a lot of compliments, okay? On this card, this is somebody coming back from a long vacation or whatever. They're coming back into town, riding on the horse, and all these people are cheering. See how it's like they're applauding for this person coming back. They're all like, yeah, she's back, or they're back. And they're happy to see this person. So it's about success. It's about public recognition. And that's the thing. Some of you are seriously being offered like something in the public eye, or you're in the public eye and people can't stand it, like the fame, that people love you and stuff like that. They're like, why not me? Why him? Why her? Why them? Why not me? So yeah, I mean, truth be told, like, this could be people who you don't even talk to anymore. The chapter has closed with them, but they like to keep an eye on your business somehow, or keep you on their radar somehow. Maybe they like to ask other people how you're doing, or check on social media or whatever. But yeah, they try to, like, I don't know, like, what I'm getting is like sometimes they might try to tune into your energies, but like I said, like, I keep seeing this brick wall, like, nope, you're blocked, okay? So yeah, oh my gosh, Spirit just told me something funny too. When these people, like, if they ever see like a picture of you, like if they're snooping online and they, let's say they're looking at videos of you, like let's say you are in the public eye or whatever, they see you, okay? They're like irritated because they're like, do you ever age? Like, you're aging backwards and it's not fair, because like what I'm getting is like these people, it's like their insides, it's the outside is catching up to what's on the inside, and they could be looking like years older than what their earth age. And then they see you and they're like, you're not aging, you're aging in reverse, or like backwards somehow. And that just makes them even more mad. Like, I'm seeing somebody like a toddler throwing a fit, like, why? It's so ridiculous. Like, I don't know. You just spark a lot of jealousy in people, people who are like low vibers, okay, because you're a high vibing person. And you have like an angelic frequency. Spirit just told me that, like, you have an angelic frequency about you. And so, yeah, that's what's really happening. You have an angelic frequency about you. Yeah, you have earth angel frequencies. You have lightworker, you have chosen one frequencies. So, all right, let's get a couple more. Got two more. Queen of Wands and Page of Pentacles. So this could be for Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. It could be your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. These can also be present energies. The energy of making money, stability, finances, also reliability and passion meet. Okay, creativity and making money meet. And so you could be granted an opportunity, granted a wish, I just heard, granted an opportunity to make money at your passion, what you're passionate about. You know, be this singing, dancing, art, or anything else. Maybe even a spiritual career. Okay, it could be really anything. It could be a business opportunity, but definitely some kind of offer that's going to make you feel richly blessed. Definitely richly blessed. Yeah, so claim that for sure in the comments, that you're going to be richly blessed. I love that. So, yeah, just claim it out loud. Like, my weirdness is wonderful. Because don't be afraid to say it. Like, I know for me, personally, I know that I'm quote unquote weird, and I love it. Because I wouldn't have myself any other way, and I wouldn't have you any other way too. Because I love each and every one of you so, so much. I'm so glad that you're here. And it's always so much fun to connect with you. So if you want to join the tribe, hit subscribe, join the tribe. I'd love to have you here. So just know that, like, it's your time to raise up, to be seen, to get your voice heard, and to let people call you weird if they want to, okay? Let them call you that. And you're just going to be like, wee, like I see you like flying past the crowd, like, wee. Like, literally, I'm seeing, like, the two-headed dragon, like, flying, like, over a crowd of people. Like, you're, like, flying over the crowd. And, oh, gosh, that's beautiful. And so, with the angel number 999, you are closing old cycles. And 917, remember that? That is all about your divine schedule, or things happening in divine timing, right on time. Don't push it, don't rush it. Allow it to unfold naturally. And then 911 is you are needed now, and it's time. So it's your time to rise, okay? So anyway, if you need a personal reading, definitely be sure to check out my information. It's on my website at mysticrosepsychic.com. And thank you so much to all of my channel members and people who donate to the channel. And it's because of you that I'm able to get things for the channel, tarot cards, oracle cards, candles, and stuff like that. So thank you so much. If you want to become a channel member, or if you want to donate, there's ways to do that. You can find more info in my description box below. It's never expected, but always appreciated. Thank you so much for checking me out on my other channel too. It's Mystic Rose Tarot. It's more of like a love and relationship tarot channel. But yeah, if you want to check me out over there, that would be awesome. And so I'll link that down below. Take good care, and yeah, thanks so much again for being here. Stay beautiful. Bye.